know it's hard to believe, but the sun is shining in Texas. That is something that last year or the year before I probably would have never said, but I am saying it now. So, first opportunity for some sun today. It's supposed to get up to 82. So, I, of course, took out the sun oven and I decided we're going to make some Polish sausage, kind of like paninis tonight. With some provolone, so I'm going to cook the sausage in here while I'm running around in town for a while. All right, here we go. It's up to 250 degrees right now, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to I've got Polish sausage in here, and like I said, I'm going to cook them in here, and then I'm going to slice them and put them with some provolone on some hoagie rolls and put them in the thing and make like a panini kind of thing. So anyway, let's put these in here. Okay, so there's the sausages, and we're going to be gone for several hours, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this so when the sun moves, it'll still get pretty good sun, and I'm not really worried about it because we'll be gone long enough that these things are going to slow cook, and the temperature will stay at least 250, but at times when it hits just right, you know, it's going to go ahead and go up to probably around 300, but it'll be good to go. I'm not worried about it. Put just a little bit of water and oil in that pan just to keep moisture in there, and when we get back, we will check on it. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Oh, they sure smell done. Looks like it stayed at 250 the whole time I was gone, and I didn't bring my gloves because I want to get how hot it is. Oh yeah, they're done. They are done, so let me go ahead and get a towel and we'll get it out. And done. And there's the finished. Nice and brown. Gotta love the way that sun oven cooks. So then we'll do the paninis in a bit. So with dinner tonight, I'm going to make a brown rice vermicelli. And so I'm just going to soak it in room temperature water for, it says about a minute. I usually do it longer than a minute because at a minute it's not quite soft enough for me the way I like it. And then you fry it quickly, kind of like a stir fry. But what I'm going to put in with it, I've got the olive oil already in the pan. And so I'm going to reconstitute some red and green peppers, some garlic, and some onions. And I'm just going to put these in here, and I'm going to take some water that is not quite boiling. It's probably about 180 degrees because I'm going to take it from the Keurig. And we're going to get those reconstituted, and then we'll stir fry it with it to add a nice little flavor to it. There we go. So I think, well, I'll probably put a few more of the red and green peppers in now that I looked at it. But I did about a teaspoon of the onion flakes and about a little over a teaspoon of garlic. And like I said, I'm going to add another teaspoon, I think, of the red and green peppers. There we go. So now I'm going to get the water. I'm going to pour it over. I'm going to put just enough water on them to cover it so that it'll reconstitute them. And I'm going to keep it covered while it's doing that so we can keep that heat in there. It'll make it go a little faster. You can reconstitute with room temperature water. It just takes longer. So we're going to go ahead and do it with hot water. Okay, here we go. And as you see, there's really just enough water. A little bit more in the garlic though because it's a little thicker, but just enough water to basically cover it. So we're going to leave it covered and give it about 15-20 minutes at the most. It's been roughly 10 minutes, and if you look, those peppers are already looking nicely hydrated, as are the onions. And the garlic, oh yes, garlic too. Wasn't too sure if it would be. All right, so we're ready to go. We'll just strain them, and I'm straining the vermicelli right now, and I'm going to heat the oil and we'll get that going. And I'm using olive oil in this. And these are tomatoes that are reconstituted a couple of days ago to use on some pizzas and stuff. They're they're more savory tomatoes, not so sweet. My little granddaughter always picks out the like grape tomatoes that are kind of sweet, and I like the savory tomatoes when I'm doing sandwiches and stuff like that. So that's what I went ahead and picked out, and I can't remember, I didn't mark on the bag when I dehydrated them exactly which tomatoes they were, but I'm thinking it might be like a Cherokee purple because it has more of that deep savory flavor. Okay, so here's how we're gonna do the panini style sandwiches. Again, I've got the George Foreman grill, and I've got the sausage that I cooked in the sun oven earlier, and I'm just putting some provolone on there. And well, maybe I think I'll put the provolone on the top. And then we're gonna grab some tomatoes over here. And I've got a lot of stuff. Just put those in there, and then it'll get all melty with the, okay. And then we're just going to close it. These are like the simplest things in the world. And then this cool little George Foreman. Voila. Have to be careful not to burn myself here. And close it and let it do its thing for a few minutes until it flattens out. So, sorry about the little move in. Okay, the oil is hot, the veggies are strained, so I'm going to put the garlic in first. There we go. Oops, not if I have it on the actual frying pan we're using. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and we'll dump in the rest of the noodles, vermicelli. And then the onions. Some strong onions. You can really smell them. And the peppers. Okay, put everything back in there. And we're just going to stir this around a bit. It's not going to take long. I'm just really trying to get some little bit of flavoring in there. And then what I'm going to do is, after I get them a little sauteed, some flavor in there, with the olive oil and all the peppers and onions, then I'm just going to sprinkle it with some Parmesan cheese. Alright, let's go see how our panini's doing over here. Oh, look at that. Looks pretty nice. So, we'll go ahead and get that one out. Okay, there you have it. So now we're just going to sprinkle it with some Parmesan cheese. And that's it. We are done. Turning it off. Ready to serve it. Just serve it up and they can... So it's a little kind of crispy on one side, but soft on the other side. And then we'll just cut it up. It should have a nice flavor. And that is how we make a quick and easy meal on the Backyard Homestead.